What's going on, my people? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's all good. All right, so, oh man, it's been a little while. It's been a few days. Um, Old Dog Anti-Imperial to Chill here. So, Old Dog Anti-Imperial to Chill, three names, right? That's my artist name. Old Dog Anti-Imperial to Chill. That's my artist name. Um, O Dog. O Dog is the guy. He's like the sexually explicit guy. He's the one. He's kind of like the gangster. He's a wannabe gangster a little bit, right? He's a clown. He's funny. Has fun. Kind of gets upset sometimes, but that's O Dog. Anti-Imperial, the second name, he's kind of like the center of who I am. He's kind of truly who I am. That's why he's in the center. Old Dog Anti-Imperial is in the center. Then there's the Chill. We'll get to in a second. Anti-Imperial, he's kind of the center of who I am. Anti-Imperial is all about history, politics, social issues, religion, sociology, physiology, psychology, things like that, philosophy. And the Chill is the last one. The Chill is the Chill is the guy, and he's all kind of about, he's a hopeless romantic, all about love, falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. That is the Chill. So, Old Dog Anti-Imperial, the Chill, is who you have right here in front of you. What's going on? What's going on, my brother? How you doing? It's all good. It's all good. I see you. Who's that? Didn't what's going on? Didn't know how you doing? This is called Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday, every Sunday, and that is 9 o'clock p.m., 9 o'clock at night, and that is United States Eastern Time Zone. So United States Eastern Time Zone, Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m., United States Eastern Time Zone, and Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m., United States Eastern Time Zone. So tonight, what we're going to talk about tonight, you guys, and the reason why we call this Diversity Outspoken is because we speak about a diverse range of topics. So diversity, we speak about a diverse range of topics, and we are outspoken about those topics. So diversity outspoken, right? Talk about anything and everything. You guys never know what I might come up with. I'm kind of crazy, you guys, all right? So it's all good. What's going on, Robbie Joe? I see you, my brother. So this right here, you guys, doesn't matter who's on here. Doesn't I love the chance to see you guys, right? But this will also be posted on YouTube much later. So that's why I go and just keep going, because if you don't see it now, you will see it later. You can follow me on Instagram. This is Instagram Live, even though it will be posted on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram, and that is what's going on, my brother Robbie Joe, the one and only. There is nothing like that Robbie Joe experience. You know what I mean? Hashtag Robbie Joe experience. It's all good. But you can follow me on Instagram. What's going on, MJ? I see you, beautiful. You can follow me on Instagram, and that is at anti_imperial, at anti_imperial. There's a little underscore there between anti and imperial, right? Anti_imperial. On YouTube is just anti-imperial with a space in between. The easiest way to subscribe to the YouTube, you want to subscribe to that YouTube, the easiest way to subscribe to the YouTube is to go on my Instagram bio page. For those of you guys who have me on Instagram, go to my IG bio page. Much love and kisses to you, MJ. Go to my IG bio page, and we all have that one line on our IG bio page, our Instagram bio page, where we can put a link, and that link will always be my latest YouTube video. Whatever my latest YouTube video is at that particular time, when you go there, that's what that will be. So if you go to, what's going on, how you doing, Tweety Pie, good to see you. If you go to that IG bio page and you go to that link and you click that link on my Instagram bio page, my IG bio page, it will be a YouTube video, whatever my latest video is. When the video comes up, you can just go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there when that video comes up, and you will be subscribed to the YouTube. There you go, right? It's the easiest way. You don't even think about what the name is for the YouTube. Just go to the IG bio page and hit that, and that will be good. You guys, if you ever get bored or anything like that, every day I do a daily historical post. I've been doing that since I've been on Instagram. And those daily historical posts, you guys, much hearts and love to you, Tweety Pie. Those daily historical posts, you guys, I work hard on those. So just make sure that, if you're bored or something at work or anything like that, or you're just bored throughout the day, you can look and see what happened on that particular day, going back decades, going back hundreds of years, and even thousands of years sometimes, on those daily historical posts, right? So make sure you guys can check that out. It's little entertainment for you if you guys want to check that out. If you're a history buff or just wants to see what happens on that particular day, right? When we're here, you guys, if you agree with me, fine. If you disagree with me, that is perfectly fine. All that I ask while we're here, my only rule, my number one rule, my one and only rule is that you guys always be respectful of the entire environment of Diversity Outspoken, right? Be respectful of one another and be respectful of the environment itself. That's all I ask. I would not want to have to block any of you guys, but I will if I have to. Okay? So, tonight or today, what we're getting into, depending on where you're at, what we're getting into tonight or today is we're talking about characteristics. So, a few Diversity Outspoken episodes ago, I came up with the whole different things you can do to strengthen your relationship, different things you can do to make your relationship stronger. And so from there, I got a whole bunch of DMs. I try to answer as many DMs as I can. You guys, I told you guys before. What's going on? How you doing? What's up? What's that? Who's that? Edward Prestige. What's going on? Auto Miami 305. How you doing? And Brown Boy. What's going on? What's going on? Dougie Fresh. I see you. So what I did was I get like 25, 30 DMs per day. I always tell you guys. And I try to answer as many as I can. So if I don't get to you, in a quick time, just know that I will get to you. I try to get to all of them as much as possible. I've never not gotten to one. I don't think so. If you do send me a DM or anything like that, I will get to it. It's just that, like I said, I get like 25, 30 a day. Plus, I have to do everything else that I have to do in a day. So it may take me a day or two or a couple of days to get back to you, but I will get back to them. But after I did the whole thing, I like this one girl, but I don't know how to approach her. It's all good. It's all good. Maybe some of what I'm talking about tonight might help. But if not, man, just DM me, man, and we can get to that also, man. I mean, how to approach her, man. It depends on what she's like. You know what I mean? I have to know kind of like what she's about, what she's like, because different girls have different personalities, and that kind of like is the decision maker on how you should approach a woman. Some women are much more. They have a harder shell on the outside. They're much more tougher on the outside, so you have to approach them in a much more different way than somebody who's much more shy on the outside or things like that. So it just depends on, just what type of personality or characteristic that she has about herself. I would have to ask you some questions about her and your interactions with her, or like how you see her interact with others, and then I would kind of be able to like kind of give you a way of trying to approach her in a way that she would appreciate. How you doing, Ashley Elizabeth? I see you. It's all good. But so I got all these DMs about the last time that I went. What's going on, 23? I see you. It's all good. I got all these DMs about when I was talking about how to improve your relationship. And there were a lot of females DM me, and they were like, well, can you talk about different, characteristics that are good for a relationship? And can you do this? Or can you do that? I was like, okay. I read all the DMs. I tried to take notes on everything that they said as far as what they wanted to hear, and I kind of put that into this. And so this is kind of like characteristics of the ideal partner you want to be with. That's what this is kind of like. So I came up with a few characteristics of the ideal partner. I have my notes here. You know what I'm saying? I got everything written out. You know what I mean? Got my notes here. Everything's written out. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I have a lot of notes here. What I got? Got a lot of papers. So I'm going to go through these as quickly as possible. These notes. Woo! So I'm going to go through these as quickly as possible. But yeah, that's what this is going to be about tonight. The characteristics that you want in an ideal partner, or a good partner, or a positive partner that you want to be with. These are the characteristics that you want to have for yourself, but these are also, more importantly, the characteristics that you want to look for in others. MJ says, do you think a long distance relationship can work? That is, MJ, again, that kind of relates to the type of individuals that you're dealing with, right? If you're dealing with people who sometimes are very sexual, because some people are a lot more sexual than other individuals, right? So if you're dealing with somebody who's a lot more sexual than you might be, or let's say or you and I, MJ, you are so funny. DM me, MJ, we'll talk about it. You know I love you, MJ. But for all you guys who are wondering out there, long distance relationships can work sometimes. Sometimes most times they don't work, just because people need affection. And so if you don't have the affection right then and there for the person to receive, they'll start to look for that affection in other individuals that are closer around them, whether it's like at work. MJ says I'm too scared. whether I love you, MJ. Whether it's like at work, or whether it's like, you know, with they might have friends that they go out to clubs with, and it might be like one of their friends, or one of their friends' brothers, or one of their friends' cousins, or something like that, or one of their friends' sisters. So if you're not around to give somebody, if you're not around to give, Brown Boy says, I bet you're a player. I'm not a player. I'm not a player at all, man. If you listen to my music or anything like that, you'll see that I'm just like kind of like a hopeless romantic and things like that. But no, I'm definitely not a player. I work too hard. I'm a loner, really. To tell you the truth, I'm a loner. I'm always alone. I work too hard. If you know anybody, so MJ says, I bet he is. No, both of you guys are wrong. If you know, if you would ever see or speak to anybody who knows me, they'll tell you like, man, yeah, whenever we're around Omar, Omar's always alone. And you know, he's always alone, but he's always, you know, working. I'm a workaholic. I work 24/7, so I really don't have time to be a player like that. I'm just a workaholic, and I just work all the time. So that's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm OCD, right? Obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm ADHD, right? So I'm always working 24/7. And it's not doing music and things like that. I work for governments, different governments around the world as a consultant and an advisor and things like that. So I do a lot of stuff with like politics and things like that, just with governments and things like that. But you know, music is my my number one thing I try to work on. But my speciality, for those of you guys who don't know me, my speciality is you know, doing orchestras and writing operas. So that's my specialty. So if you know, just writing orchestras and writing operas, I'm a music notator, and my specialty is music notation. So to sit there and take, you know, a violin sound that I hear in my mind and write every note for every violin sound that I hear in my mind, and then to write every note for every saxophone sound that I hear in my mind, every note for every drum sound that I hear in my mind, every oboe, every instrument, and then to have all those instruments be to musically notate, take out the time to musically notate all those instruments, and to hire a 56-piece orchestra or a 72-piece orchestra to come together and play all of those instruments that I created for every individual instrument. It takes a lot of time, right? So all of my time goes to work, and so I just don't have time to be a player, unfortunately, right? Maybe if I was a player, I'd be, you know, my love life would be a lot better, and you know, I'd be in a relationship and things like that. But unfortunately, I don't have the time, right? But MJ and Brown Boy, you guys are getting on me. MJ says I'm a player because I have the good advice, and or Brown Boy says I'm a player because I have the good advice, and Brown Boy says, do you only give advice on relationships? No, I don't. So I actually, MJ says, I love you, MJ. What's going on, Claudia? How you doing, Claudia Hidonimo? Good to see you. But actually, no, I give advice on anything. So, you know, I do these Diversity Outspoken every Wednesday, every Sunday night for you guys. United States time zone, 9 p.m. United States time zone. DM me, MJ. You know I love you, sister. So if you come here, man, any Sunday night or Wednesday night for United States Eastern Time Zone, 9 p.m., you'll see that every Sunday, every Wednesday, I talk about a whole bunch of different things, Brown Boy. So I give advice on a lot of stuff. One of my occupations is I do public speaking around the world. So I do that also in different countries, right? Like, for example, over here, you guys know primarily I live in the Middle East and Asia. Like, I'm in China right now. So it's morning time for me, but I set my shows and things like that, Diversity Outspoken, for you guys over there in the United States. That's why I say United States Eastern Time Zone, 9 p.m. I go on Wednesdays and Sundays, okay? But for me, right now, it is actually the morning on Thursday morning at 9. It's 9 a.m. right now for me, so because I'm in China right now. But it's all good. So we're going tonight, man, for you guys, the characteristics of an ideal partner. The characteristics of an ideal partner. So what I started to write was, get my notes ready. Go to my first note. What I started to write was, I said December 31st, because New Year's is coming up. So the way I started off, I said, December 31st, going into the holidays that will be coming up soon and things like that. Everybody starts to have, those New Year's resolutions. Everybody starts to have those times where they start to, kind of miss the person that they're in love with, start to kind of long for being affectionate for people, especially in the holidays. During the holidays, people get more affectionate and things like that. So the holidays are coming up soon, right? So what I said was, being that's the case, you guys, everybody kind of tried to look for instant passion, right? But more than instant passion, after that instant passion is gone, after that, wanting to be quote unquote booed up or be affectionate with somebody, especially during the holidays and things like that, after that wears off, you want something that is more stable, and you want something that is a foundation that's kind of set in, that you can build on when it comes to finding a relationship and finding that idealistic partner, right? So you want to have something that's long term. When you're looking for that idealistic partner, you want somebody that you can kind of build things with when you're looking for that idealistic partner. And those things they might cause a challenge. There might be, you might find that those things those things are a challenge to be able to find that idealistic partner. So I just came up with a few characteristics that you want to look for when you're looking for an idealistic partner, right? You want to have a few characteristics when you're looking for that idealistic partner. And the reasons why, we fall in love may be a mystery. The reasons why, you want to fall in love are not a mystery, because everybody wants that affection. What's going on, boss lady? I see you, beautiful. Everybody wants that affection. Everybody wants to be loved. But the way that you fall in love or falling in love, those things are a mystery, right? Those things are a mystery a lot of times. You don't know kind of what you're falling in love with. You don't know the person you're falling in love with at the very beginning. So there are certain qualities or certain traits that, that are more ideal, right? Certain traits that are more ideal. What's going on? Who's that? Who's that? Ed? What's going on? Ed Carolee. What's going on? So these are just some of the things that you want to look for, that you want to build on when it comes to a relationship or an ideal partner, an ideal individual that you want to build something with. The first thing, you guys, is maturity, right? So the first thing is maturity. Am I glowing today, boss lady? Well, I wasn't glowing until you came on, boss lady. So guess what? That's all you. It's all you, boss lady. It's good to see you, boss lady. I hope work is going good. I hope the kids are doing good. I hope everything is going well for you. And I know that a lot of times, boss lady, you're overworked, definitely, and a lot of times, the stresses of everyday life can sometimes get to you. But just know that, even if we don't talk as much, you run through my mind, and I think about you, sister. So definitely, I always hope the best for you. Boss lady says she is the ideal chick. The ideal chick is right there. I know you're the ideal chick, boss lady. I'm not even going to even argue with that, sister. Nothing like the boss lady all day. Boss lady all day, 44. You already know what it is. Maturity, you guys. So maturity is the number one thing, right? And when I mean maturity, I don't mean just maturity as far as being grown up or acting grown up, but I mean maturity as far as emotional maturity and intellectual maturity and things like that. So what I wrote was, it's not about just the boyfriend remembering to take the trash out, or the girlfriend that remembers to be on time and doesn't really run late and is respectful of her partner's time. But I said, even though those qualities are nice, The idealistic partner is somebody who, is willing to reflect his or her history, in understanding how old events from their past can, kind of shape the current behaviors that they have right now, right? Which is very important. A lot of times that what we go through in the past in our lives, it kind of shapes what we have, it kind of shapes how we act in our relationships right now these days, right? So all the trauma that you went through in your past, it will affect the relationship that you have today with your partner, going forward, which is very important to realize in yourself, right? Realize and try to work on in yourself. I go on to say, when people mature emotionally, they are less likely to reenact, change the page, change the page. They are less likely to where did I put the above? Emotionally, they are less likely to reenact the project or project their past experiences on their partners, right? They're looking for a deep, strong sense of independence that you need to have when you're maturing, you guys, emotionally. And you have to differentiate from destructive influences that you had earlier in your life. Okay, you have to differentiate from destructive influences that you had earlier in your life. All right, that's very important. It says, as you evolve within yourself, you are less likely to look for someone who will compensate or add to those shortcomings that you have that are within you. So you need to evolve, mature within yourself, and you'll be much better off. Boss Lady says, facts, because you already been through those times, so you can adjust and recognize those things so you don't fall into the same patterns. Boss Lady, I couldn't put it better myself. Those patterns are the ones that you need to avoid, right? You don't want to fall into the same patterns of the trauma that you went through earlier in your life. So you need to try to find a way to mature emotionally so that you can get rid of those old patterns and open yourself up with your partner and the one that you're in love with a new pattern. Boss Lady 44 says, All Day 44 says, this is a great subject. I appreciate it, Boss Lady. I always try to have great subjects when I'm on here, every week in, week out. And definitely everything I'm saying here, you're saying before I even say it, Boss Lady. You're Boss Lady, now you're so intelligent, sister. I already know that. I already know how intelligent you are, so you ain't even got to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Before I even say it, you're already coming out with it. I go on to say here, you guys, you need to look for somebody in life that you share as an equal, and you need to appreciate their independence. Okay, you need to break ties from all of your old identities and all your old patterns. And you need to, create a new culture with your new family, with the person that you're in love with. And you guys need to build new and have a new family and just do things new and create a new kind of culture in your household so that the past doesn't keep creeping into your relationship and ruining your relationship, right? So that's what I mean when I say you need to mature, emotionally mature. And, just mature with emotionally and mentally. You need to mature. And those are the two ways that I think that people need to mature. Right. So that's the first thing I came up with when you're talking about looking for an ideal partner. OK. The next thing is openness. OK. Openness is the next thing. You need to be open. I said the ideal partner is going to be open, okay, and willing to be vulnerable. You need to be open and willing to be vulnerable. All right, you guys? It says no human being is perfect, so finding someone who is approachable and receptive to feedback can be a huge asset of a lasting union, okay? Finding someone who is approachable and acceptive to feedback is very important, right? You need to find someone who accepts feedback and receptive to feedback. All right. When someone is free thinking, I go on to say, and open-minded, it enables them to be forthright in expressing feelings, thoughts, dreams, and desires. All right. And that allows you, when you express feelings, thoughts, dreams, and desires, that allows you to truly know who you are and to truly learn who your partner is, okay? So you need to be open and accepting of all those things, okay? Accepting of all those things, all right? feelings, thoughts, dreams, and desires. All right, and that it will open yourself up to who you are and get to know yourself better, but also will open you up to learning who your lover or significant other or your partner is. All right, so openness is very, very important. Okay, Boss Lady says that's feedback. Definitely feedback, Boss Lady, for sure. I love you, sister. It says your openness will also indicate the interest of personal development, and it will contribute to the development of the relationship. So if you're open, the relationship, you will contribute positively to your relationship when you're open. Like perfect people, you guys, perfect unions, perfect lovers do not exist. So finding the one that you can talk to openly, right, being open, finding the one you can talk to openly about an area that you feel may be lacking in your relationship is more than half the battle. If you can have open communication with the person that you're with, that is more than half the battle of having a great relationship. Communication, you guys all know, you guys have all heard, communication is the key to every relationship, right? You guys have all heard that. We've all heard that. Communication is the key to every relationship. So if you're open, you guys, doesn't matter if it's a love relationship, doesn't matter if it's a parent to child relationship, that has to be open communication. At work, you have to have open communication. Wherever you don't have open communication, you're going to have problems in your relationship. All right. So being open is very, very, very important. All right. Being open is very important. Exactly, Boss Lady. Communication and adjustments. Communicate openly, and you have to be willing to adjust. Listen to what the other person is saying, and they need to be willing to listen to what you're saying, and then you guys can work that out, find compromise, and adjust. All right? Exactly. Boss Lady is right on point with that. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Love you, Boss Lady. It says, conversely, I put here, it says being willing to accept feedback from your partner and looking for that kernel of truth in what they say allows us to develop together, you guys. Allows us to develop together what we're looking for. The next thing after openness, so I did maturity. The next one was openness, right? What's going on? I see you, Darius, Mommy 27. I see you, sister. What's going on? It's all good. Honesty and integrity. So we have maturity, we have openness, right? And now honesty and integrity is another one. Honesty and integrity. The ideal partner I put here. Change the page. Change my page to the next page of my notes. The ideal partner, it says, realizes the importance of honesty in a close relationship. This is about honesty and integrity. Okay. The ideal partner, your ideal partner, should realize the importance of honesty in a close relationship. Honesty builds trust between people. Dishonesty confuses the other person, betraying them. Okay, you betray them when you are dishonest with them. You betray them, you betray their vulnerability, and you shatter their sense of reality. You shatter their sense of reality. When you're not honest with somebody, you betray them and you shatter their whole world. Because they're thinking that you're one way. And they put their world and develop their world around the trust they have in you and what you say and what you make them believe. So when you are dishonest with them, you shatter their entire world, you guys. All right? You shatter their entire world and you make their world, their reality, you turn their world upside down. And now they don't know what to do because now everything that comes out of your mouth may be a lie. Okay? Everything that comes out of your mouth may be a lie. So you shatter their entire world when you are not honest with them, and when you don't hold yourself up, with integrity by being honest with them. All right. So being honest is extremely important. You can change somebody's whole world when you are dishonest with them because they don't know where to go from here. Right? Because they're like, okay, now I'm with somebody. I've been with this person for years. And now I'm noticing, or I found out this person was dishonest to me about cheating or whatever it is. I'm finding out this person was dishonest, and now I don't know what to believe anymore. So now from day to day, when they say they're going here, are they really going there? Or are they just going to be with somebody else and they're cheating on you, right? When they tell you that they love you, well, they were telling me that they love me when they were cheating on me. So do they really love me? Can I really believe that they love me? So now you're starting to question every single word that they say because they were dishonest. So that's why you shouldn't be dishonest with somebody, because you ruin the whole relationship, you ruin that whole world, because they never know what to trust ever again. So that's the importance. Honesty is very, very important, right? To be honest with somebody is very, very, very important. Okay? It says even in the painful situation I wrote, such as infidelity, cheating, right? Even in the painful situation when you get cheated on, the blatant deception involved, the lying involved, is often just as bad as the actual act of the cheating. So if you cheat on me, you deceiving me hurts me. You being not honest hurts me probably even more than the actual act of you having sex with somebody else. The actual act of you physically putting your body up against another person, that hurts me. But what hurts me probably just as much or even more is the act of you for weeks or months or years lying to me about it. That's what really hurts me, right? That's what really hurts me, even probably more than the act of you putting your physical skin up against somebody else's physical skin when you cheated on me. That does hurt me. But you lying to me and deceiving me for so long, just lying right to my face, deceiving me like I'm an idiot, right? That's what really hurts me, okay? That's what really hurts me when it comes to that. So honesty is very, very important. What's going on, DJ Baby Mitch? I see you. Honesty is very, very important when you're looking for an ideal partner, when you're looking for an ideal characteristic that you want to find in the person that you want to be with. Honesty and integrity are extremely important, all right? And that goes, honesty, for all levels of communication, I wrote. I said that goes for verbal communication and nonverbal communication. Being open and honest in your most intimate relationships, you guys, means that you really know yourselves and you really know your intentions, okay? So you need to be honest, you guys, because when you're honest and when the other person, when your partner can depend on your honesty and depend on you being honest, well, that opens up your entire relationship to everything, because then you're building a relationship that's built on trust, and you're building a relationship built on reality. Because when you lie to somebody, it's not a real world, because all that stuff you were telling them was all fake. If you're lying to them and cheating on them, all that, I love you, baby, I miss you, all those phone calls, I miss you, I'm thinking about you, can't wait to get home, that was all lies. So now all that world was just fake. So you never really did love me. Or did you love me? Or did you love me for a little while? Did you fall out of love with me? When did you fall out of love with me? Right? So all these questions start to come up because now you made their world fake. So honesty is extremely important. DJ Baby Mitch says, you're right, bro. I appreciate that, DJ Baby Mitch. I'm just trying to get out, you know what I'm saying? Just help out everybody out there, man. You know how it is, man. Diversity outspoken is what I do, baby. It's all good, man. I just try to think about, what's important in our everyday lives, man. And anything that I can do, to help people out, man. You know how I am, DJ Baby Mitch. I ain't got to explain it to you, my brother. It's all good. And much love and respect, DJ Baby Mitch. You already know. The next thing, you guys, we went through maturity. Right? When you have to mature, when it comes to maturing emotionally and, just emotionally and verbally and mentally maturing. That was the first thing. The second one was being open, and the third one was being honest, right? So we had maturity was number one. The second one was being open, and the third one was being honest, right? Open communication, open relationships, and then number three was being honest. Okay. Boss Lady says, how come when you can't be honest because the other person is not mature enough to accept? I'm losing all hope. Well, first of all, let me say, Boss Lady, I'm sorry to hear that, right? That you can't be honest because the other person is not mature. Because that really, and I understand what you're saying, because you're basically saying something like this. You're basically saying that, so what if, I want to be honest about the way I feel about something, but if I'm honest, the person will fly off the handle and get physically violent or curse me out or start an argument, right? That's basically what you're talking about. And so that is very difficult, right? So because first of all, and unfortunately, this is mostly guys. Mostly guys, they really can't take honesty if it's not in the world within their mind that they agree with or see things. So guys see things in a certain way, and guys are very stubborn, right? So guys see things in a certain way, and if what you say to them doesn't match what their worldview is within their mind, then they lash out because they don't know how to take that. There is, especially once you get past like your mid-20s, I would say, your maturity level is kind of what your maturity level is. Okay? Your characteristics as far as who you are as a person is kind of like what you're going to be for the rest of your life, you guys, once you get past like your mid-20s. All right? Your values are set into your mind, set into your core, right? Your religious values, your political values, all that type of stuff is kind of set inside of you once you get past your mid-20s. So the first thing that I would say is, and we'll end it off of this, I think. I would say that, what's going on, Juan Carlos? I see you. And Boss Lady says, yep, that's it. That's usually how it goes, Boss Lady, right? But I would say that that person, your significant other, is not going to mature at this point. They're not going to mature. The person that they are is the person that they always will be. Because, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but probably the person that they are, they've probably been this person with you probably for years and years. It's not like they started out a different person and changed. And even if some of you guys are saying out there right now, yes, the person I was with started out much nicer than they changed. What's going on, True? How you doing? See you, True. Even if you're saying, the person that you're with now started out much different than they changed, that's not true. Because if they started out from the very beginning, like very nice and very different, things like that, that's the way everybody is. And that's a lie. Because usually when you start out with somebody brand new, they're lying to you guys. Okay? They're lying to you because they're showing you the best of them. Okay? They're not showing you the real them. The real them was always inside of them, but you didn't see that for months and months and months, because when people first meet you, they want to fuck you, right? They want to have sex with you. So they're giving you, especially guys, right? When we first take you out, when we first meet you and stuff, we're trying to give you our best side because we want to have sex. So we're not showing you the real us. You won't see the real us until we start to go through bad situations. And then once you see how somebody reacts to a bad situation, then you see the real them. Because if they're hit with a bad situation and they respond in a positive way, they respond in the same nice way of the nice guy they were showing you, then they're really a nice guy. But if they respond and you start to see like the meanness, or they start to yell, or they start to do things, throw things, or get really, then you're like, you know what? That was always the real them. They were just hiding it from you because they wanted to have sex with you and stuff like that. All right, that's basically what that is. So hold on first, before I go further, let me read Boss Lady's question. So my question is, do you think that the woman is going to be able to be honest and open and adjust with the next relationship, or does she lose all hope? Okay, so let me answer both of these things at the same time. So that person, if that person is not mature, they're not going to mature at this point. So you need to decide within you if you want to stay with this person that is the way that they are, because that's the way they're going to be. So you need to ask yourself, can I legitimately wake up every day for the rest of my life living with this person the way that they are? And that's the question you need to ask yourself. Okay? And remember, you guys, we only live once. I mean, if you believe in reincarnation, that's another conversation. That's a whole other conversation. But, just taking it from, face value, we only have one life. So every day that goes by that you're not happy, or you're not in a positive relationship, or you're not waking up to a happy, just filled with sunshine and brightness and happiness, that's a day you're losing. That's one more day you're closer to your death, right? So you have to decide within yourself, do you want to live as many days possible as happy as possible, or are you just going to settle with living the rest of your days in life being happy sometimes but not happy other times, or not happy most times? And that's a question you have to ask within yourself. Now, as far as the second part of your question, your second question, with the woman having to be able to be honest and open with the next individual, you should be. Let me just say this: you shouldn't carry with you your things from the past, your past relationship, because the next guy is different. The next guy is not the last guy, right? But what you need to do, though, and what the mistake a lot of females make, I think, is that the next guy ends up being just like the last guy because they haven't worked on themselves. You know what I mean? The next guy ends up being, you find in the next guy the same characteristics or traits you find you had in the last guy, and that's a sad thing, right? So I think you need to maybe, you take more time your next time. You look at like how a person is, you look at how a person, acts, and what this person's all about. And I know you might say, and you guys might say out there, well, how do you know unless you're involved with a person? Well, that's why, you guys, a lot of times people find, and this is a good thing and a bad thing in some ways. That's why a lot of times people find, relationships with people at their jobs and things like that. Because at your job, or somebody you work with, or somebody you see day in and day out, you have seen them every day. It's kind of like you live with them. So the same way you live with your boyfriend, or you live with your girlfriend, or you live with your wife, or you live with your husband, when you go to work every day for 8 hours or 10 hours or whatever it is, you're seeing that person every day also. So it's kind of like you're living with them. So you see them every day at work. You see them when they're upset. You see how they act when they're upset, right? So you see how they respond. You can see how they respond to stress. You can see if they're happy people every day. If you work with somebody and you work with them for years and years, oh, that person comes to work, they're always happy. They're always nice to other people. They're always polite to other people. So that's more or less, that's a good indication on kind of how they are. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's easier for somebody to hide who they are when you only go out on dates with them, then you go have sex with them, then you guys go your separate ways. Because they can easily hide who they are for those few hours, right? But when you're seeing somebody over and over and over and over and over again, and they're the same way, then that's a pretty good indication of that's how they are, right? So for example, let's take myself for example, right? You guys have seen me on Diversity Outspoken right here over and over again. You guys see the stuff I post over and over again. You guys see, and Boss Lady says, I ain't messing with nobody from the slug market where she works. I got you, Boss Lady. It's all good. And you guys have seen me over and over again, right? You guys have heard my music. Okay, if you go listen to my music and stuff like that, you guys have heard my music. You see, kind of like, most of my music is about romance and love and falling in love and relationships and this and that. And most of I talk about here on Diversity Outspoken is about like finding love and relationships and this and that and uplifting and education. So, if somebody was to ask you, what is Omar all about, right? Dogg, Anti-Imperial to chill. My real name's Omar, right? What is Omar all about, right? You would be like, well, Omar, like he laughs a lot, he smiles a lot, he's kind of goofy, you know what I'm saying? But he always wants to like educate people. He's real big on like politics and history. He does a daily historical post. So if he does a daily historical post that he researches, he must love history. So I know he loves history. He loves to educate people. He loves to talk about relationships. He loves to talk about falling in love. And he's kind of goofy. And he's a workaholic, and he smiles a lot, and he laughs a lot. And that's basically who I am, right? So that kind of can give you a sense because you've seen me over and over and over again in different elements. So it gives you a sense of who I am. So that's kind of like what you need to look for in your relationship. Once you're in a bad relationship, you should give the next person you know, kind of like a brand new start. But you have to take your time to see that person over and over and over and over again to see if they're always like that, right? So like when you go out with this person over and over and over again, if you go to eat over and like not just the first or second time, I'm talking about over and over and over again. Do they treat the when you go to dinner, do they treat the waitress nice, right? Do they treat the restaurant people nicely? Okay, when you're walking down the sidewalk, do they, if somebody's walking towards you guys, do they step to the side and let an older woman or older couple or females, do they let them walk past? Do they step aside to let females walk past before you guys continue on? Just little things like that, you guys, will tell you exactly how a person is that you're getting involved with. Okay? Are they always nice to you? Do they talk, you know, negatively about their coworkers all the time, right? Are they a negative, like, because you might go out with somebody and for the first few times it smiles and things like that, but after like a couple of times you'll start to see that they just start to gossip and talk negatively all the time. Well, guess what? That's a good sign that they're probably a negative person. And so even though things aren't bad with you and with you and the person right now, right? Okay, do they save bugs? Like Boss Lady said, do they save bugs? She said, that's so true, right? That's where open-mindedness comes from. Exactly, Boss Lady, exactly. She says, that's so true what I was saying. I appreciate that, Boss Lady. And she says, do they save bugs like the Boss Lady? Exactly. Do they save bugs? Do they love the environment? Do they love nature? That's very big for me, right? I'm an environmentalist, right? I'm an environmentalist, you know. I love the environment. I love nature. I love being outdoors and things like that. So that's very important to me, okay? So definitely. So look at little things like that. You know, it might be funny. You guys might be at dinner and it might be all laughs and jokes when you're sitting there and they're talking about their you know, the people at their job, or they're talking, you know, trash about their sisters or brothers and things like that. And it might be funny and stuff like that. But if you start to notice that they talk negatively and they gossip negatively about a lot of different people, well then guess what? Guess what's going to happen when you move in with this person? You're going to have to hear them night in, night out, day in, day out, talk negatively about everybody. Just talk negatively. And so you have to ask yourself, do you want that negative aura in your household 24/7? You see what I mean? Or do you want your household, because I know my household, right? I want my household, which I always have, my household is always like happy and uplifting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's happiness throughout my household. It's excitement throughout my household. It's positivity throughout my household. And that's the way I like it. I don't want a household of just negativity and gossip and, ooh, did I tell you about this person, or this person this, or this person that, or this person this. Like, I don't, like, let's have a good household. Let's have a positive household. You know what I'm saying? So those are things that you have to look at, right? And so when you're moving from one relationship to the next relationship, take your time and look for the characteristics of positivity that you see, and just don't look for negative characteristics. Don't look for negative people, you guys. Don't look for people that want to gossip and all that type of stuff. Just look for positive characteristics, right? And that will lead you to a much more positive and much more happier relationship. You know, Boss Lady says, no way, Jose. Peace and humble and happy and full of animals. Boss Lady, you're my type of chick. Unless it's positive, though, you can talk positive things. Exactly, you can talk positive things. Exactly. What's going on? I see you. Who's that? Gliha. What's going on? It's all good. But yeah, so we're gonna end there for today, man. This is part one. Part one of ideal characteristics that you want to find in your significant other. You know, ideal characteristics, you guys, that you want to have in an ideal partner, or characteristics that you want to find in an ideal partner, however you want to word it. But these are your ideal characteristics. Today we went through 3 of them. We went through maturity. Remember that you want to have maturity as far as verbal maturity. You want to have maturity as far as emotional maturity. You want to have a maturity as far as intellectual maturity, right? You want to be a mature person, and you want to look for others who are mature. You want to find somebody, and you want yourself, you want to have open communication. Openness is very important. You want to have open communication, you guys, all right? Openness is very, very, very important. And the third thing we went through today was honesty and integrity. You want to be honest, you guys. Honesty is very, very important. You want to look for somebody who is honest, and you want to be honest yourself, because if somebody is dishonest with you, or if you are dishonest, you will find that will ruin the entire world. That will ruin your whole relationship. And once you are dishonest, a person cannot believe anything you say from then on, and therefore all the words you say don't have any meaning, and therefore the relationship will start to have a sharp decline, you guys. So honesty is very, very, very important. Okay, this is Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. What's going on, beautiful Jewel? We're about to get out of here, but you know I love to see you, beautiful Jewel. We do this every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone, and every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. My nails look good, boss lady. I don't know. They just grow. I don't know. I don't plan, but they just grow, boss lady. I don't know. I don't know, boss lady. They just grow, sister. But yeah, you can tell. So they're not dirty. You can tell I'm a white collar type of individual, right? No, shout out to all my blue collar individuals that work on construction and stuff like that every day. Shout out to y'all. But you can tell that there's no dirt under these nails. I write lyrics all day, right? I write lyrics and study politics and study history all day and talk about history. So that's what it is. It's all good. Don't worry about it, beautiful Jewel. I'm going to try to save it so at least it'll be up in my story for the next 24 hours. And you'll know that, later on I'll post it on YouTube, and I'll be posting it on my Instagram also. So don't worry about it. It's all good. And beautiful Jewel, next Diversity Outspoken episode, we'll do part 2. So I'll do a quick review of what I did tonight or today. So there you go. So you join next time, 9 o'clock p.m., Wednesday, Sundays, 9 o'clock p.m., Eastern Standard Time. You can join us next time. You'll hear the beginning. I'll do the review of what we went through today. So it's all good. It's all good. Boss lady says I got cheese and salmon under these nails. It's all good, boss lady. They're still beautiful to me. It's all good. But definitely, you guys. So Diversity Outspoken. You're welcome, beautiful Jewel. You know I love you, sister. I'm always here for you, sister. It's always good to see you. The Diversity Outspoken, we call this Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, which means that we speak about anything and everything. Nothing is off limits, you guys. It's all good. It's all good. We all love beautiful Jewel. So it's called Diversity Outspoken, diverse range of topics. Nothing is off limits. That is the diverse part of it. I'm trying to talk too fast, you guys. Let me slow it down. That is the diverse part of it, and the outspoken part is simply that we are straight to the point. We don't hold back. We say exactly what's on our mind, but we are always respectful when we speak about all of our diverse range of topics, you guys. Exactly. Boss lady and beautiful Jewel, you guys, I love both of you guys. You guys are my one and only. You guys take care for sure. And we do this again, you guys, every Wednesday, every Sunday. That is 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone, and Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. All right? That's when we do this, you guys. Diversity Outspoken. I am Dogg, Anti-Imperial the Chill. I appreciate it, you guys. You guys take care. Look, my shirt, the Lord's Blessing. If you guys have not seen my newest video, you guys, the Lord's Blessing, you guys, it is in my IG bio page right now. Go to my IG bio page, my Instagram bio page, and click that link, and you'll see the Lord's Blessing lyric video. It's a very beautiful song, you guys, that I wrote. I created the beat, wrote the lyrics, of course, like I do all my songs and everything, created from scratch. Interstellar Traveler, what's going on, sister? We're almost done, sister, but it's good to see you. It's good to see you. It's all good. But the Lord's Blessing, you guys, it's a nice song. It's about me saying that the Lord has blessed me with, a beautiful woman. I don't mean beautiful as far as physical, even though, physical beauty is great, but I mean beautiful. Hello, how you doing? It's all good. Interstellar Traveler, it's good to see you anyway. But I mean beauty as far as like like you're a beautiful human being. The Lord has blessed me with you. You're a beautiful person, a beautiful human being, and things like that, right? Beautiful inside. Mostly when I talk about beauty, you guys, in my songs, I'm talking about inner beauty more than I'm talking about outer beauty, okay? Mostly I'm talking about inner beauty in all of my songs if you hear me talk about beauty. So that's what the Lord's blessing is all about. Hopefully you guys go and see the Lord's blessing in my IG bio page. Click that link. And read those lyrics, you guys, and listen to the song. It's a really pretty song, and I really mean everything that I wrote in that song. All right, you guys take care. Shout out to everybody who was here tonight. Thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate it, man. Until next time, man. I love all of you guys out there. Shout out, you guys. Take care, you guys. Have a great, great, great evening. All right, or morning, depending on where you are at in the world. Bye bye, you guys. Take care. Dogg, and time for you to chill. Peace. Bye bye.